Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. Tonight on the show, we are going to show you guys how to fit your Thrasher Fleet Issue. This one is a favorite of mine, because I used to be a Minmatar player in the betas. I switched to Galente because I really enjoyed the drones, but boy do I miss Minmatar stuff. We've already seen what the cannons are and what they can do with Minmatar's version of the stabber, and when we showcased how to fit your stabber. Big shout out to ScubaSteeve for providing us with his copy of the Stabber Fleet Issue. Before we get into the content for today, please remember to throw in a like and a subscribe if you like what we're doing here on the channel. And if you wish to help me keep this channel alive and support me, you can do that through a donation system. We have the YouTube channel membership, and you can donate monthly for a sum as small as $2. Link in the description. The Thrasher Fleet Issue, well, it's the advanced version of the standard Thrasher. The Thrasher is the Minmatar destroyer, one of the best destroyers in the game, and this advanced version of it complements with more weaponry and some more bonuses in damage, and a better tank nonetheless. The preferred tank for the Minmatar can vary, because if you remember, we've talked about during the Minmatar ship tree review, you can have either armor tank or shield tank. Shield tank is easier and it's better. The opinions vary, but shield is currently better than armor tanking, and since Minmatar can support both, why not go with shield tanking? So let's head over to the ship interface and check the Thrasher Fleet Issue information panel. We've got it is a tech level 5 ship. We've got roll bonus 25% small cannon optimal range, and a small cannon operation bonus per level. You get plus 7.5% small cannon tracking speed and plus 7.5 small cannon damage. And additionally, with the destroy command bonus per level, you get plus 5% shield, plus 5% scanner resolution, and plus 5% sensor strength. If you can compare this with the bonuses on the other Navy issue destroyers, the bonuses are pretty much the same. So the only thing differing is probably how they look and what the exact weaponry they do receive bonuses for. Other than that, they're pretty much the same. Now, as in the overall defenses and overall performances, we can go here in, not this one, wrong button. Basic info, we get to attributes and fitting. We can see we have 1454 shield and 1294 armor. So definitely a shield. The shield resistances are pretty standard for a shield tank. We got 0 electromagnetic resistance, 20 thermal, 40 kinetic, and 50 explosive. The capacitor is pretty decent, although the cannons themselves don't use capacitor, if I remember correctly. We'll have to check these in a moment. Activation time, power grid requirement. There's no activation consumption on the power grid, so basically the cannons themselves don't need capacitor. Don't eat up your juice your ship's battery. So this is ScubaSteeve's fit. Unfortunately, I don't have much to add here because the fitting on this ship is top notch. Although I do not have the skills, we'll get into that over quickly. The ship can output a decent amount of DPS compared to the Catalyst Navy issue. It's much better because the Minmatar cannons offer that accuracy fall-off, which allows the Minmatar ships to gain some more maneuverability space, more room to play with tactics, and basically apply damage. For example, in case a Thrasher meets a Catalyst Navy and the Thrasher manages to maintain a decent distance of 6 kilometers, the Thrasher Fleet Issue will be victorious over the Catalyst Navy issue. Of course, considering if both destroyers have the same amount of stasis webfires to keep themselves at range. If the Thrasher Fleet Issue manages to not go inside the 1 kilometer optimal range of the Catalyst, then this will prevail because of its superior range and optimal range combined with the accuracy fall-off range. So let's take a look at the high slots. Actually, let's take a look at the entire racks. We've got 4 high slots, 3 med slots, and 3 low slots. I'm a bit disappointed about how these faction navy ships have been either nerfed or systematically brought up to the same line. If you look at the racks, we have the exact same numbers of the exact same slots, so it's just 4 high slots exactly as in the Catalyst, 3 meds and 3 lows. There's no like 4 meds and 3 lows or 4 lows and 2 meds. It's the same principle being applied, which is not necessarily good because you'd want certain ships to be able to do specific things and give you some options to toy around with the fit themselves. So the high slot, given the fact that you can pull off, by the way, you can pull off some interesting alpha damage with artillery's strike cannons, hashtag strike cannons. We've seen in the case of the Stabber, I don't have any strike cannons, small strike cannons available to fit, but you'd get a decent range, and you can also use it for fleet battles. You can put up a Thrasher fleet, and you can basically snipe or deal alpha damage with artilleries from a decent range, and you can basically pop anything in one shot. Of course, even one ship can pop stuff because of the high alpha damage. The DPS with the artilleries is crappier, remember that, but the alpha is important. So several ships of these have the alpha combined, focusing on one ship. That ship is bye-bye. Today we're only going to be looking at the close range fit. We've got the Jolt small autocannon fitted, and let's see the information panel. 22.94, unfortunately, with my DPS. I'll show you guys what ScubaSteeve can pull off with these. The damage on the cannons, the damage is spread into 3 damage types. Not like the Galente ones, focused only on thermal and kinetic. As you can see, the autocannons deal thermal damage, kinetic damage, and explosive damage. And forgot to show you guys the optimal range. Optimal range is 1.2 kilometers, but the accuracy fall-off, again, I have poor skills, it's just 5 kilometers extra, meaning a total of 6 kilometers, but you can easily reach a range of 8 kilometers in total, and you can benefit from that greatly. We've got 4 of these on the high slots. On the mid slots, as you can see, we have the a small energy Nosferatu, 2 of them in order to maintain shield or tank supremacy. Even though this ship does not eat up a lot of cap in terms of the modules fitted, let's take the Nosferatus off. Unfit. Okay. And the capacitor only lasts 1 minute because of the invulnerability field. We've got the adaptive invulnerability field on the low, and for resistances, this offers 31, almost 32 shield resistances across all damage types, and activation cost is 31 gigajoules, and it lasts for 10 seconds, so it cycles every 10 seconds and eats that amount of cap from the capacitor battery. Combine this with a shield booster, and it eats up 35 gigajoules every 4 seconds, and you boost for 94. So the drain is there. Even without the guns draining, the capacitor only lasts for 1 minute. So it's because it's close range, and you will get into your very close to your opponent, trying to apply damage fast. These are very, very important. The energy Nosferatus are very important for any close range active tank combat vessel, because they allow you to survive better, and they provide you a boost on your capacitor, meaning as you can see, if we fit them back, the capacitor is stable. The capacitor is now stable. I can keep my modules activated constantly while I pummel the enemy ship. The last med slot is a stasis web. You want to keep stuff pinned down. I wouldn't recommend the warp disruptor. It's a waste of a mid slot so far. And you'll probably just end up losing it, and you'll curse your life because it probably costs more than the actual ship. Low slots, we got a damage mod, basic gyro stabilizer. This one, it deals, it actually provides bonuses to the damage, and as a passive bonus, a 5% passive bonus to damage, and when active, it only lasts for 20 seconds, and it provides an 8% bonus in damage. Activation time adjustments when activated, whatever. Yeah, so this is basically your damage mod. We've talked about it with the stabber. It provides with an increased bonus in damage every time you activate it, but be careful to activate it when you are sure that for the following 20 seconds you're going to be ripping and tearing that enemy ship apart. You want to be in your optimal range. You want to make sure that the enemy is not moving, so you can apply maximum damage and not miss. Things like that. And the last two low slots, we got the shield booster, as mentioned, and the adaptive invulnerability field. Now, it's fair to say that some people might want to opt for the reactive shield harder, and the reactive shield harder, what it does is when your ship takes damage on the shields, it shifts resistances to block the hole that the incoming damage is coming from. So if the enemy is shooting using EM, then your reactive shield harness will gradually shift from having 13% resistance bonus on every damage type, gradually increasing the electromagnetic resistance to a full of what the stats, the item stats can do, while leaving the others to 0. So while the adaptive adaptive invulnerability field offers resistances across the board, but there's no switching in between. These are the resistances being given, and that's that. So this is how you fit it. Now let's take a look over at rigs. There's no rig here. I think. Yeah, be careful about using prototype rigs. You know the rigs you received in the supply boxes from the daily rewards. If you have those on a ship, you cannot trade your ship to give it to somebody else, because those rigs are untradeable. So you have to rip them off, which is something I won't recommend because they're good rigs. Okay, so let's take a look at what ScubaSteeve can pull off with this while having his skills applied, and then we'll look over at the skills and tell you guys what exactly you need to improve and what exactly I might need to improve in order to increase my tank and my DPS. Well, my manners, forgot to show you guys the tank. We got defense sitting at 5,529, The shield is 0. The shield EM resistance is 0, thermal 20, kinetic 40, and explosive 50. So we'll switch over to some screenshots and just comment on that, and then we'll get back to the skills themselves. Okay, so this is what ScubaSteeve can pull off with his skills being applied. He actually has a lot more skills in small cannons than me. As you can see, the offensive capabilities are greatly increased. The DPS is now sitting at 195 DPS. Same with the capacitor is being stable. And this is the defense. We've got 5600. It's almost the same as mine because I do have skills in both shields and armor tanking. And this is what you get when you activate your modules. So for example, the offensive here is greatly increased to 247 DPS. But remember, this lasts only for 20 seconds, and you'll revert back to having the 195 DPS. This is with the gyro stabilizer active. So as I mentioned, for 20 seconds you'll be able to deal this burst damage. Make sure you make it count. And for the tanking, when the tanking is active, as you can see, the resistances have increased greatly, providing with an excellent defense, 32% EM resistance, 46 thermal, 59, almost 60 kinetic, and 66 explosive. And we've got a total overall defense of 6,580 effective hit points. The navigation is pretty standard. ScubaSteeve did not fit any prop mod. You can actually take out the adaptive invulnerability field and add a prop mod like an afterburner. And you can very well be applying some resistances in the form of rigs, just like you've seen me doing it on the Catalyst Navy issue. I had a prop mod on, and I added the resistances on the rigs themselves. Now, of course, there are propulsion and velocity bonuses in rigs as well, but afterburners are very good. They're pretty effective, and you can turn them on and off whenever you like, as compared to the rigs, which just provide a flat bonus to the ship velocity altogether. Okay, so let's take a look at the skills, and we're gonna go into the information panel for the ship again, and we're going to the description. Clicking that, you'll get a relevant skills panel, and as you can see, the relevant skills recommendation for leveling up is the Destroyer Command, the Advanced Destroyer, and Expert Destroyer Command. These give you the inertia modifier and ship velocity bonuses, all three of them actually. The Destroyer Defense upgrade, this provides with good shield, armor, and structure bonuses, and of course, the advanced and expert version of those as well. While the advanced version, make sure you understand that the bonuses here are in percentages. So you would want to have, if you want to go, let's say, into fleet battles. Again, in fleet battles, individual tanking is pretty much not recommended. When you go into fleet battles, you will most likely have logistics with you, logistic ships that repair teammates. So the best approach is to fit a shield extender and have resistances, so either through the form of rigs or through the adaptive invulnerability field. Why it's important to have a buffer like the shield extender is because when you take damage, you'll have to let the healer know that you are taking damage, and you'll have to be able to survive, I don't know, those 2-3 seconds until he'll be able to lock onto you and start pumping that shield over to your ship. So having an extender is working greatly with the Destroyer Defense upgrade, actually with the Defense upgrade skills because they provide bonuses to the effective hit points of the ship itself. Other skills recommended: destroy engineering for getting some power grid. Again, power grid is needed if you want to fit artillery's strike cannons, that is, because those eat up a lot of power grid, so we won't be able to fit the entire rack with artilleries if you don't have a decent level in destroy engineering. Target management for multiple targeting, and that's pretty much it. There's no recommendation for weapon skills, which again, it's kind of weird. If I were you watching, I'll definitely get into the game and ask for the devs to add the weapon skills recommendation as well inside a panel. I've done it. You can do it as well. The more the merrier. Why? Because this raises awareness that we need some features in the game, and they can prioritize on what to provide to us. Sorry about that. My my throat has it's been damaged. I don't know why, what happened to it, but I woke up with it. What skills other than the defensive and the power grid? Well, the weapons. The weapons for the for the cannons sit in the weapon technology cannon, and you got the small cannon operation. As you can see, I only have it in level 2. Yeah, I suck at it. I do have the medium ones more upgraded. And actually, I think I have the medium. I don't know. I don't have the medium upgrade. My recommendation for improving your damage with the Thrasher Fleet Issue, and actually with any small cannons, train small cannon operation to 5 and then proceed with the advanced small cannon operation. But before going in that, you might want to upgrade the small cannon upgrade as well. This provides a bonus small cannon damage plus 15% when in level 5, small cannon accuracy fall off plus 15%, and small cannon optimal range. Remember, if you want to see specific bonuses for a specific level, you can click on this hamburger menu, pizza menu, kebab menu, whatever you want to call it, and you can see the list and what bonuses are given at every level. Remember, I'm repeating myself constantly because people tend to forget. Only the current level's effects are active, they don't stack, remember. So don't get confused if you see, oh, level 1 I get 3%, and on level 3 I got an additional 9%, oh my god, my damage is going through the sky. No, it's just going to be the bonus shown for that specific skill level entirely. So this is with the small cannon upgrade. Remember to get into advanced small cannon upgrade if you want to go into destroy and frigate weapon sizes. The small weapons are preferred. Actually, the small weapons the small weapons can be fitted on frigates and destroyers. Of course, you can fit small weapons on battleships. Why would you do that? The small weapons are the best type of weapons for frigates and destroyers. So if you want to focus on like interceptors or destroyers or advanced version of these, make sure you get your small weapons upgraded, small weapon skills leveled up. Of course, in the area that you operate. If you're using lasers, be sure to upgrade your laser skills. If you're using railguns, make sure you upgrade your railgun skills. Same for the cannon, missiles, and drones. And of course the decomposer, but I'm not sure anyone uses those too much. Mainly because we only have like that prototype ship currently, the Sinuate, and we don't know when other ships like it will be available to, I don't know, to find, to purchase, to build, whatever. So again, thank you ScubaSteeve for providing us with the Thrasher Fleet Issue. Thank you guys for watching. A very, very big shout out to my channel supporters. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.